I would love Schreier. I make fun of Schreier all the time because I think he's an asshole. But I would love one of these investigative reporters to be writing something going, what is going on with this production studio? What's it going to take before somebody sits Phil Spencer down or Matt Booty down and says, you're not good at this, man? I mean, what do you think the problem is?
As someone who did a little bit of QA for Microsoft, I can definitely tell you Microsoft is not hands-on at all like Sony is. They're very hands-off. They let the company or the dev team do really basically anything they want to do, and they don't really try to like reel them in.
Right, but but after a while, don't they go, well, that's not working? I mean, how long?
You would know, yeah, you would think, but they don't.
Yeah, like, what about milestones and all these things? Like,
yeah, I mean, hands off is great until East West says incorrect. Jaffe, former creative director for Horizon 4, is directing Fable. Mike Brown was for Horizon 5. Okay, so were all of these guys were on Forza 5? Is what's happening, and no one left Fable? Is that what you're saying? In that case, okay, then you're right. There's no smoke or fire here. But right now, it is just part of a pattern that look, they need to start showing some shit. They need to start getting people fucking excited about their games. I don't know what else to say. I'm saying nothing unique or nothing new. I'm just, as a fan of Game Pass, I'm frustrated because I'm like, Jesus, guys, you're this close. You're this close to the brass ring. Could you fucking grab the goddamn thing? R.L. Stein says, they just announced a damn show, Jaffe. What are you talking about? They need to show something. They also announced that all they're going to be showing is shit we've already seen with things like release dates and deeper dives. They're going to be showing Redfall, they're going to be showing Forza Horizon, and they're going to be showing, does anybody remember what the other game is?
Online, ZeniMax Online.
Oh, yeah, some of the ZeniMax Online shit. We know about those games. If they show other things that look close to release, awesome. I'm there with you. I'm not looking to beat up on these guys. You guys in the chat saying they're not this close. The vision of Game Pass is brilliant. The money that they have, in my opinion, to buy these studios that they have bought is perfect for lining up with Game Pass and that vision. The fact that the one thing they're missing is the ability to fucking put out the product on a timely basis. They are close, but it's their management time and time again. Mike, thank you for the super chat. He says, question is what Microsoft will do if the Activision deal goes through. Think it'll be managed better. Yeah, I think all of these studios are going to be fine as long as Microsoft leaves them alone that already have proven their ability to ship consistently, like Double Fine. But it's all of these other studios. Someone needs to ship something. Someone fucking needs to ship something. East West says, again, I am not a console guy, East West. I own them both. Get over your fucking self. If you can't afford both systems, go get a fucking job and save up. I mean, I'm sick of it. It's not a console war. I don't care. Okay? I literally said the other day, most of Sony's AAA stuff does not interest me because it's not outside the box mostly. Okay.
It's a walk and talk.
Yeah, so I'm not giving anybody a pass. I'm just saying that in this case, we're talking about Microsoft. Sony's got a couple of things I love. I love Returnal. I love Ratchet and Clank. I love The Last God of War, but not Ragnarok. But, to their credit, they at least fucking know how to ship a goddamn game.
What about the vampire Far Cry game?
Redfall is sounding pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a sleeper hit.
There's a wonderful write-up on Games Radar about Redfall that really, well, maybe at a high level what they're saying is everybody who thinks it's Left 4 Dead, we understand why you think it's Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood. It's not that. And they go into details. Now, whether they're going to pull it off or not, I don't know. But what they're describing in terms of the freedom of choice and the ability for it to play great single player or co-op, the fact that it's an open world, but it's not massive, so they can do more storytelling and environmental storytelling all over the place, and there's a lot more freeform gameplay. If they can actually execute that, it sounds terribly exciting. I'm very much looking forward to January 30th or 20th, whenever it is, when they're going to show this thing. Did you guys read this thing yet on Games Radar about Redfall?
I did.
What did you think?
Well, it changed my mind about it. I think that could be good for Microsoft.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Halo, are you back? Did you ask your friend?
Yes, and those people were not the directors for that game.
So they were not working on Fable. Your friend is working on Fable. So them leaving doesn't harm Fable at all.
Correct.
Okay, so then did he have any insight as to why they left, or they're just like, hey, we want to start a company?
Yeah, that's what they want to do, something different. They didn't want to stay with Microsoft, so.
Okay, well, there you go. So again, I don't have a dog in the fight. So that is the closest I've gotten, which is a secondhand account from someone who works there saying these guys were not involved with Fable, and they just wanted to start their own company, and great. So there we go. It is an L for Xbox, Frank Kenton, that you're losing good people, but that's just like, whatever. It is what it is. But at least Fable is still, potentially safe. And this guy, Halo, says he knows someone who's working on it, and he's happy. So I'm down with that. That's great. That's great to hear. East West says, Jaffe, as a 51-year-old, it is a shame how you can run wild with conjecture. No, it's not. I call it like I see it, and when I get new data like I got from Halo, I call it like I see it, which is different. The only right is to be prepared and then be willing to change when you have new data, and leave your ego out of it, because the goal should be search for truth and wisdom. So shut the fuck up, because they have built a pattern of being a poorly managed development company. And this is good news that they don't have to be that in this case. All right, let's move on. MagFest